The night they tried to lock me out of the family, and the Christmas that changed everything forever. I learned very early what my place was in my family. I was not the favorite. I was not the miracle. I was the reminder. My parents liked to tell people they had 2 children very close in age, as if that explained everything. What they never said out loud, but made me feel every day, was that my older brother, Mark, was the planned one. The celebrated one. The son my father had wanted, the legacy my mother built her world around. I arrived 18 months later, unannounced, inconvenient, right in the middle of their carefully organized life. My mother never forgave me for that. She never said it directly. She didn't have to. It lived in the small things. In how Mark's mistakes were growing pains, while mine were disappointments. In how his dreams were investments, and mine were indulgences. In how my father called Mark champ, and called me by my name, always fully, always carefully, as if distance could be created with syllables. When Mark crashed my parents' car at 17, my father laughed and said, "Boys will be boys." When I came home with a scholarship letter at 18, my mother asked how much it would actually save them. The pattern was set. I learned to survive by being useful. I cooked. I helped. I stayed quiet. I polished silver every Christmas Eve at my grandmother's lodge by the lake while Mark relaxed with a drink and my parents accepted praise for raising such a wonderful family. The lodge belonged to my grandmother, Eleanor. Everyone called her Nan Ellie, except when they were nervous. Then it was Mrs. Caldwell. She was sharp, observant, and allergic to excuses. My mother had never liked that about her. Nan Ellie loved me in a way that didn't require performance. She saw how often I was left out of photographs without anyone noticing. She saw how my achievements were framed as accidents. She saw everything. Still, I stayed. Bika. We drove up as the sky darkened, the road lined with snow-heavy pines. Lanterns glowed along the driveway like something out of a postcard. The lodge windows spilled golden light. Warmth. Laughter. Hope is dangerous like that. It makes you forget patterns. My mother opened the door just enough to block the cold and keep the warmth behind her. "I'm sorry," she said smoothly. "There's a strict capacity limit. We didn't get your RSVP in time." The words landed wrong. Too rehearsed. Too clean. Behind her, I saw my father by the fire. Mark at the bar. His wife laughing. Empty chairs. Plenty of space. Noah's hand tightened around mine. His mittens were damp. The card bent slightly at the corner. "It's Christmas Eve," I said. "Nan Ellie invited us." My mother's eyes hardened just a fraction. "We can't accommodate everyone." She did not look at my son. "Go home," she added. "There's no room for you." The door closed. The lock clicked. That sound followed me all the way back to the car. Noah cried quietly, trying to be brave. "Grandma doesn't like me," he whispered. "Did I do something wrong?" "No," I said, holding him too tightly. "You did nothing wrong." The lie tasted bitter. In the car, my phone stayed silent. No message from my father. No call from my brother. Because this wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a decision. The same one they'd always made. I started the engine. "We're going home," I said. "We'll make our own Christmas." We had barely reached the end of the driveway when my phone rang. "Nan Ellie." "Where are you?" she asked. "We left," I said. "Mom said there was no room." There was a pause. Long enough to feel dangerous. Then she said, very calmly, "Turn around." When we returned, she was waiting on the porch, wrapped in wool, eyes bright and sharp. She hugged me first. Then she knelt in front of Noah. "I'm sorry I wasn't at the door," she said. "May I see your card?" He handed it to her like it was treasure. "It's beautiful," she said, and she meant it. Inside, the lodge fell silent as we entered. Nan Ellie walked to the center of the room and asked one simple question. Who decided my granddaughter didn't belong? My mother tried to smile. Tried to explain. Tried to deflect. Nan Ellie played the porch recording. My mother's voice, cold, final, filled the room. There was no yelling. No drama. Just consequences. The silver my brother had pawned. The lies my father covered. The exclusion framed as logistics. Nan Ellie didn't raise her voice when she told them to leave. She didn't need to. Tomorrow, she said, my will changes. They left in silence, coats half-buttoned, pride cracking in public. Later, Noah taped his card to Nan Ellie's teacup. Jazz played softly. Snow fell like forgiveness. That night, for the first time in my life, I wasn't useful. I wasn't invisible. I was simply home. And the next Christmas, the lodge was full. Not of people. But of warmth. And finally, of truth.